Good morning. Welcome to the Community for Conscious Living weekly live broadcast. Today is Sunday, May 23rd of 2021. The Community for Conscious Living is a community dedicated to personal transformation for universal harmony, healing the planet by making inspired changes in ourselves and in our daily lives to create a sustainable environment and a peaceful world. Today's topic is healing the cosmic body, returning to natural rhythms of the cosmic body, as we are all cells of one cosmic body. And in order to return the whole to healing, to health, to restore the health of the whole, we must each return ourselves through the choices that we make to the natural rhythms of the natural existence and the divine cosmic being. If we want to live in a world of peace, we have to be conscious of the collective field and how we contribute to it and how that contributes to the overall health of the cosmic body. So that's what we're going to focus on today. Let's go ahead and come into our prayer and healing circle. And I want to tell you also, as we're coming into our prayer and healing circle, everyone coming into a circle, virtual circle, facing toward the center of our circle. This past week, I was in a 4-day writing retreat and had, it's like a book was channeled through me. It was not in my voice, but it's about being ushered into this new era of peace and compassion that we're moving into. And there were some very strong messages and some messages that surprised me a little bit that they were coming through, but then the overall messages didn't surprise me. But I think that it's going to, hopefully it will get into the hands of people that really need to see and hear these messages and be affirmed in these messages and get some insights into how our belief systems and our ways of thinking of right and wrong and good and bad and, all of this kind of stuff are going to need to shift if we truly want to live in peace and harmony and love and compassion and unity on this planet. And we can do it. It was a message of hope. We can do it, but we've got to really be conscious of ourselves and our choices and what we contribute to and participate in this world. So we can all make the shift together. Okay, so let's come into our prayer and healing circle, sitting shoulder to shoulder, elbow to elbow, knee to knee, coming together as one in the name of the one most merciful, ever compassionate. Let's bring all of our senses, our eyes, our ears, our nose, our mouth, our skin, our consciousness, our nervous systems to face and be present at the center of our circle. And let's come to be together. Together, let's call on our source in the name of the one most merciful, ever compassionate. We call on you. We ask you to send your essence of your divine light, pure divine light, streaming into the center of our circle. And just imagine or perceive or feel this pure divine light in its resonant vibration. Feel this light streaming into the center of our circle and allow all of your senses to be met with this light. Let your sense of seeing be met with this pure divine light. Let this light travel in through your eyes and through your cranial nerves and all of your neurological pathways into the brain and central nervous system, just clearing and cleansing any of the old, archaic filters that taint what you see and how you perceive what you see with your eyes in the present moment. Let it cleanse you of that which keeps you from seeing clearly and bring you clear sight. Letting that light come in and cleanse. And let this light meet your hearing in all of your organs of hearing, and travel through the neurological pathways, through the cranial nerves and into the brain, and also with your hearing, clearing up any of the veils, the filters, the old pictures and beliefs and patterning that affect how you perceive what you hear. Let them cleanse, let the light cleanse these pathways, clear these pathways so you can hear clearly what is being spoken and speaking to you in the present moment. And let this light come in and clear your sense of smell and travel through your organs and your cranial nerves and into your brain and central nervous system, clearing up all of the associations with smell that are not serving your highest good of the present moment. Clearing out the old associations. And doing the same with your taste buds and your sense of taste and feel and texture in your mouth. Clearing all of that out. Letting that light touch all 10,000 taste buds on your tongue. And traveling through your neurological pathways, cleansing your perceptions, your patterns, all that does not. And I think the smell and taste are really big ones. My teacher, he teaches about or taught about the great inner war, the great inner battle that we travel with as we're here on this earth in the physical body, and we attempt to purify the ego, the human self, and align with the divine, the divinity within us, and the divine, our source. Our last frontier, if you will, the hardest battle that we have is the battle with food. As food gives us nurturing, it gives us safety, it gives us connection, it gives us nourishment, and we need it for survival. And it also, we derive so much pleasure from food through our senses. And it can really take us off course. It can be the one thing that we use as a pacifier, as a distraction, as a way to fill our emptiness and our voids. And we have a lot of associations with food from the time we're in the womb until the present day. So as we let this light come in and cleanse the sense of smell, the sense of taste, the sense feel of texture, let it really cleanse the associations so that you can really clean your relationship with food. This food is also one of the biggest things that affects our relationship to the cosmic body and to the natural world. Our relationship with food and our use of the planet and its resources and all of the things that we use for food as a collective has a severe impact on the planet. And it's one of the ways where as a mass we have really, really, really gone off course and caused a lot of harm to the planet and to the human bodies. Not to mention what we do to the earth bodies and the animals. We are way off course with that. So let's let that light travel through the sense of smell and the sense of taste and cleanse the pictures, the beliefs, the neediness that has gone off course. Cleansing and cleansing and cleansing. Traveling through the neurological pathways into the brain and the central nervous system. And to every cell of the body, as every cell of the body carries consciousness, let it be cleansed with this pure divine light. And breathe that light into your body. Let it pass through your throat and also cleanse your voice. And let this light be breathed into your lungs, taken up into your bloodstream, and transferred to every cell of your body, delivering this light as nourishment to every cell of your body, letting this light cleanse the consciousness from every cell of your body, cleansing and purifying your consciousness at the cellular level from all of the old beliefs and patterning that are no longer serving your highest good, especially as we are moving into an era of peace. We are being prepared to move into this era of peace where we can live in love and compassion and unity. So let yourself be cleansed with this light. And bringing our focus and attention back to the center of our circle, coming together as one and calling on our source in the name of the one most merciful, ever compassionate, we call on you. We ask you to send your essence of your unconditional love. And let's call on this unconditional love and feel this stream, this river, this ocean of unconditional love as it pours into the center of our circle, filling all of our container with unconditional love. This is love that exists regardless of any conditions that we human beings put on love. It is the existence of love. It is ever present and always here for us, and we can rest in it. We can absorb it. We can turn to it. We can drink it into our bodies, inhale it into our lungs, let it infuse into our hearts and our bloodstreams, letting all of our beings be present and receive this ocean of unconditional love. Just let yourself rest into this unconditional love, conditions and all. The love doesn't care. Just bring yourself as you are and face your heart center, that funnel of energy that extends from the front of your chest. Face that into the center of our circle and breathe this vibration of unconditional love. You can tip that funnel from the front of your heart up slightly and let it catch that stream of unconditional love as it flows into the circle and flows in through your heart center and fills your entire being with this vibration of unconditional love, and letting your entire being resonate with divine light and unconditional love. Letting yourself be filled, letting this flow through your heart. And with each breath, breathe it into your heart. Let that funnel be a breathing portal, breathing it into the center of your body. And as you exhale, just blow away all of the constriction, the tension from your heart center, releasing it and releasing it. Inhale, draw this vibration in through your heart. And as you exhale, releasing the tension, the constriction of the heart. You can make an audible sigh. Just really let it go. And sometimes it really helps to make a sound, even if it's just a little sound, just to kind of reset your nervous system and let yourself know that you can be present. You can move your mouth. You can use your voice and still be held in this container of divine light and unconditional love, to be held in love, to be safe. Just breathing in and exhaling with a gentle sigh, or a loud one if you need to. And let your entire core of your body be filled with this vibration of pure divine light and unconditional love. Breathing it into your core, into your core, into your core. And as you exhale, just let yourself drop down and land into your hips, land into your pelvic bowl, and feel yourself sitting into your hips, present in your body. And just take some breaths into your belly and invite your belly to also be present with you here in this circle. And again, together, let's call on our source. We call on you, most merciful, ever compassionate. We ask you to send your essence of your eternal compassion, and to let this vibration of eternal compassion flow into the center of our circle, filling all of our container with this ocean of compassion, the ocean of compassion that exists beyond our time and space realm, that contains all of existence. It is the womb through which everything from God consciousness emanates into this creation. It is the womb through which we are all born to be here, to have life on this planet. It is the cosmic womb of eternal compassion in which our cosmic body exists. And let yourself just drop in and rest into this ocean of eternal compassion. Feel it surrounding you and holding you, supporting you, containing you. And let yourself absorb it like a sponge into your skin. And as you exhale, just drop in and rest into this ocean of eternal compassion. Eternal compassion. And feel this vibration. Feel the natural rhythms of your body as they come to settle into this ocean of eternal compassion, surrounded and filled with unconditional love, being purified by this pure divine light. Just feel yourself settling in. Feel the natural rhythms of your body wanting to settle in and harmonize with these vibrations of divine light, unconditional love, and eternal compassion. Just letting yourself rest in and settle into these natural rhythms. Feel your body wanting to flow in harmony with these natural rhythms, to be in flow with the divine essence within you and the divine existence that holds you. And just feel your relationship to the cosmic body, the collective field. When a physical body is sick, it gets out of sync with its natural rhythms, and it attempts to restore itself through homeostasis. It wants to use all of its internal systems to return its vital functions so that they stay within the normal ranges necessary to sustain life. It has to maintain a stable environment. And the cosmic body is the same. When I was in that writing retreat and all of this information was coming through, one of the things I kept hearing was, this is my body. My body will heal itself through homeostasis. I will right myself. The humanity, the human beings, which are the ones on this planet that have been given free will. Everything else in the natural existence flows in rhythm and in sync with the natural rhythms, with compassion, with love, with all of the beauty that we see. The human beings have been given free will, and we are the ones that must choose. We must make the choice to align our habits and our actions and our beliefs and everything that we do and be with the natural rhythms. We must make the choice. The cosmic body will regulate itself. We are all cells of the cosmic body, and that's what I kept hearing. This is my body. You are all cells of my body. I will regulate myself. I will return myself to health. So we have choice to make. We can return with it and be a part of the returning, or we can fight it, and we may or may not go forward. Who knows? But we have to align. I believe that you are here at Community for Conscious Living, Personal Transformation for Universal Harmony, because you want to live in a world of peace. You want to live in a world of love and compassion, unity. And I believe that you will want to make the choices that align with that, so that we can live in this era of peace, so that we can really realize it in our lifetimes. Imagine that. Our choices matter. Every choice must be a conscious choice for compassion. And we must do what we need to do to continue to increase our awareness and continue to make new choices every day. Every day. Because what happens in everything that we do individually and in mass, there's a lot of things we do in mass on this planet that most of us recognize are not in harmony with the natural rhythms. But all of that reverberates energy into the collective field. So we have to look at what is it that we want to be a part of, reverberating into the collective field. I mentioned food at the beginning. That is one of the ways in which we all participate in food. We need food. We have a relationship with food, and we have a lot of choice around food. A big example is our animal agriculture industry. There are billions and billions of animals that are slaughtered every year for food and for clothing and other things. And their living conditions are, for the most part, horrific. And their slaughter is inhumane. And there are also trillions of sea animals, fish, sea creatures that are caught and killed. Trillions every year. And this constant, when you think of how many per minute, per hour, is a constant pulsation into the field of trauma and horror and fear. And it's not enough that we continue to come together and clear the field and try to make a brighter, lighter, harmonious field for the planet and for humanity and for all of life on this planet, if we continue to participate in that which is bringing this horror to the planet. We have to make changes. And we've known for a long time that this system is very, very sick and broken. And we have to have the courage and the strength to make the changes that we need in order to stop the sickness. It's affecting the field that we marinate in, the soup we swim in. We're swimming in a soup of horror and of terror and of trauma. And our choices contribute to that, or they make a statement against it. And when we make the statement against it, we can choose to align ourselves with that which brings compassion and with that which brings light and love to the planet. The cosmic body attempts to right itself in terms of disease. I mean, our food is what brings the greatest source of disease to the body. Not that we can ever eradicate, I don't believe we can eradicate disease completely, because not all disease comes from the humanity, but much of it does, very much of it does. And that is a signal, a sign that we need to pay attention, that what we're doing needs to shift and change. And climate change is a result of us not getting the message and continuing, because one of the leading causes of climate change is also the animal agriculture industry, by far. And yet it's the one that is talked about the least, because it's the one that human beings seem to not want to let go of. And at this point in time in our evolution, it is not necessary. It is not necessary for our health, and in many cases, it is detrimental to our health. So if you are a healer, someone who is a way shower, someone who is a role model, someone who deeply cares about the health of the planet and all of the life on this planet, then I invite you just to ask in this meditation to be shown what are the ways that you can, what are some areas of your life that your source would like to bring some awareness and illumination to? Ways that you can bring more compassion through the way that you are living on this planet, the way that you are living in your body. Bring more compassion to your own life and to the collective. Excuse me. To bring more compassion to your own life and to the collective field. So let's take a moment with that right now. There is a divine attribute, sacred sound codes, called Al-Haq Al-Mubin, which means the clear truth. And just let yourself, in this field of light and love and compassion, call on your source, Al-Haq, that's H-A-Q-Q is the transliteration, Al-Mubin, that's M as in Mary, U-B as in boy, E-E-N as in Nancy, Mubin, Al-Haq Al-Mubin. This is to clear the old pictures and beliefs and bring in the clear truth, illuminate the clear truth, and just let yourself be a witness and let your heart be open and call in Al-Haq Al-Mubin to clear for you what are some of the areas of your life where you can bring some illumination, some clarity, places where you need to live in compassion and in love, where you can improve in this area and where you can bring more compassion and love to your life and to the life of the planet. Al-Haq Al-Mubin. Al-Haq Al-Mubin. And if you know where some of these are, just offer them into the center of our circle, into our container of light and love and compassion. And again, calling on Al-Haq Al-Mubin. Al-Haq Al-Mubin. Al-Haq Al-Mubin. Let's just ask for all of those places that need to be aligned with compassion and that need to bring more compassion and love into our lives. Al-Haq Al-Mubin, and just offering those into the center of the circle, calling on our source, calling on all of the healers and helpers and guides, the angels, the prophets, the saints, the perfected ones, all who are here to help, asking them to just take these, remove any attachments to them from our consciousness. Help us to release that which we need to release. Al-Haq Al-Mubin, just asking for clarity, asking for healing, and letting those things go. Al-Haq Al-Mubin, Al-Haq Al-Mubin, Al-Haq Al-Mubin, Al-Haq Al-Mubin, Al-Haq Al-Mubin, Al-Haq Al-Mubin, Al-Haq Al-Mubin. And then we call on the divine name of Tawwab, and that's T as in Tom, A-W, W-A-B as in boy, Tawwab. And Tawwab is returning us to the right rhythm, returning us from the ways that have been out of alignment and out of sync, returning us back into the harmonious nature of love, of compassion, of peace, of unity. At-Tawwab, 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 At-Tawwab. And just allow yourself to be shifted, to be moved, to be energetically morphed, if you will, to align with the rhythms of love and compassion, of peace, of unity, Al-Haq al-Mubin, getting the clarity. At-Tawwab, returning to the right rhythm. Al-Haq al-Mubin, getting the clarity. At-Tawwab, returning to the natural rhythm. Al-Haq al-Mubin, At-Tawwab. 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 There's an article I wrote several years ago about mercy and how things in our life, when we're not aware, when we are in challenging times, can be the things that we reach for in times of challenge, when we're looking for a mercy, something to give us mercy, something to help us through. Food, alcohol, shopping, all these things that, that can be a mercy for us. And there are a lot of things: music, art, nature, beauty. And some of the things can become compulsions, like food and shopping and and alcohol and drugs and things like that. And though they originally or initially start out as a thing that brings us mercy and gives us help, there comes a time where that form of mercy is no longer sustainable for the body, be it the physical body, the individual body, or the cosmic body. And the body begins to get sick, either emotionally, physically, energetically, spiritually. And we have to wake up and recognize that a change needs to come, needs to happen. We need to make different choices. We need to make changes. And when that happens, it's like telling us that there is a new form of mercy that is wanting to come, that is wanting to come through, that is going to take us to our next evolution of consciousness, one that is more aligned with our natural rhythms and with our source. So if you feel that there is a mercy, something that has been a mercy for you in your past, that is wanting to release from your body and from your habits, from your practices, from your consciousness, just take a deep breath and ask of your source directly, is there a new form of mercy that you're wanting to bring to me when I let go of this? And then ask for help to let go and to receive the new form of mercy. Ask for help to let go and open to receive the new form of mercy that wants to come, that is going to help to usher you into your next evolution of consciousness, to live aligned with the natural rhythms of the greater good. Just reminded me of something I read in Neil Douglas Klotz's book about Tawwab, in the Sufi Book of Life. It's the 99 Pathways of the Heart for the Modern Dervish by Neil Douglas Klotz. On Tawwab, returning to rhythm. Sometimes the best things we can do is to stop and let go. When we do this, our breath naturally returns to a more normal rhythm, and we can clearly access the situation in front of us. When life pierces our hearts, sometimes we need to let the holes remain rather than fill them immediately. Sometimes it is just to stop and let go and breathe. Let the breathing return to the natural rhythm and allow yourself to settle in and be filled and be brought into a natural, harmonious rhythm. And moving into this era of peace, we are being asked to let go of a lot of the old ways, the old thoughts, the old belief patterns. We're being asked to let go of the old traumas and the ways that perpetuate trauma and pain on the planet. And if we allow ourselves to let go and rest into the container of light and love and compassion, we will be settled in, and our beings will naturally return to the rhythm that our planet and the cosmic body that contains our planet needs in order for us to move forward into this era of peace. To survive, not only survive, but come into an era where all of life on the planet can thrive. And it is possible. It is possible. Al-Haq al-Mubin for the clarity. At-Tawwab, to rest in to the natural rhythms and allow yourself to be returned and aligned with the natural rhythms. There's a lot more information that's going to be coming out when I get this book ready, and I'm excited to share it with you. I may get persecuted for some of it, but that's okay, because the messages were very clear, and totally make sense to my body and my natural rhythms, and I think they will to you too. So I'm excited about that. And for now, At-Tawwab, allow yourself to rest in and breathe. And if you have been shown some things that need to shift in your life, some commitments that you need to make, perhaps, just take a moment now, face to face with your source. Really let the light of your source come into your heart and direct your heart onto your path forward. And let yourself, feel yourself really present, facing that path and present on that path and facing forward on that path. And just say yes. Give a big yes to your source, saying yes to continue this path forward, to bring yourself into harmony and flow with the natural rhythms. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. And if there's anything that you want to write down, to make a note of, so that you will remember and you can reinforce for yourself, take a minute and write that down. Write that down so you can come back to it and remind yourself. You can use these divine names and sound codes, Al-Haq al-Mubin and At-Tawwab, to continue to align yourself with the flow. And big breath and settle in, saying yes, yes, yes. And I'm going to open up for the question and answer portion of our call. If you're listening to the recording, I invite you to join us live on Sundays at 10 a.m. U.S. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. U.S. Pacific Time. You can find information for joining the call at joyfullylivingwellness.com, joyfullylivingwellness.com. While you're there, pick up your copy of the 10 Spiritual Principles of Our Human Existence. It's a one sheet that gives you just a one sheet about who you are, what this world is about, what this life is about, why you're here. And it also comes with a 15-minute guided meditation you can download and use every day as a part of your daily practice to help you align with divine light, unconditional love, and eternal compassion every day, so you are living in harmony with the planet and with the greater cosmic body that we naturally yearn to align with, to live in love and compassion and peace and unity. All right, and with that, I'm stopping the recording and opening for the Q&A. Thank you very much.